talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. My love, he makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's looking alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be afraid, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And still, man, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And it is Wizard basketball tonight as the Washington Wizards go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, this is not how they envision the start of the season. It's still very early, but they have to be worried about how they're matching up against other clubs. The inconsistent effort level. They could really use a win tonight for their confidence. And tonight, what about Colin Sexton? 6'2". Kenny, this guy's a natural scorer, still trying to evolve as a playmaker.
Played for a good friend of mine, Avery Johnson, down there, extremely quick, athletic. Creates for himself easily. Still learning how to create for others, but he's a great prospect.
You know what I like? He's unafraid of contact. He pushes the action and plays with a lot of passion.
You afraid of contact?
Nope. It's too quick for you. You couldn't even touch me.
Why'd you move?
Look at that.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm stretching. My neck's hurting.
You guys are both softies. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And the Wizards on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
And this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
And it might not be the rivalry that a lot of the conference matchups are, but who knows? Maybe this is the year it heats up a little bit.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says, some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. Both teams see Webb coming in very hungry for a win. They need a win, and for clubs that are struggling, in your opinion, how much can one win mean psychologically, turning things around?
Kevin, one win can change your world. One win can change the total outlook. Every winning streak has to start with that first one.
Yeah.
And that's how you have to look at it as a struggling team.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Nance and Thompson are up front. Rodney Hood out there with Sexton. And it's Smith in at the small forward.
Gotta respect the speed of Bill. Outstanding when he penetrates inside.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Sexton kicks to Nance. And there's the pass to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Sexton the pass to Hood. Just 5 to shoot. No good with the triple. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And here are the Cavaliers now. Sexton with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Charlotte. Hood finds Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Knocked away. It's stolen by Wall. Beal trying to break loose. Wall, good.
Wall uses his blinding speed in the open floor. He's fantastic at finishing in these situations.
Hood, the pass to Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. Guarded closer. Thompson is double. Shoots from the block. Count that bucket.
And it's pretty evident that Sexton has a solid jumper. Just needs to keep taking and making it from there.
Wall, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the stripe.
Now, here's Sexton. There's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Here's Wall. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Wall's got 6 points.
Well, they've come out the locker room. Hizza! 4 for 4 to start the night.
The open look here for Sexton. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's not a possession they'll want to repeat. Despite the points, they got to get a better shot than that.
And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot blocking teams. The Wizards second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And Wall kicks to Howard. Buries it down low. Howard's got his first 2 points.
Their hot start keeps getting hotter. 5 for 5 now to keep things going.
Thompson, high post. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Sexton. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Wall. That's tipped. Smith with it, now guarded by Porter. Bounce pass from Hood, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's already his second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of early foul trouble.
Smith kicks to Nance, passes it to Sexton. Basket counts. Sexton's got 6. Washington leading now by 4.
How about the rough road travel last year by the Wizards? John Wall missed exactly half of the season. The team were sending verbal shots back and forth, teammate to teammate. The team never got in sync. They failed to meet expectations.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Here's Wall. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Hood, the pass to Sexton. Rebound, Washington. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Wall. Drops it in from 14 feet away. He's got 10.
The form, the touch. Wall has the mid-range J on lockdown.
Smith inside, guarded by Porter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
And Sexton has it in the corner. Smith dishes to Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Nance. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Now here's Hood. He had 16 points in the win against Charlotte.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game. Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish.
Here's Wall. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Wall's got 12 points in the game.
6 of 8 from the field, 75%. Just scoring the ball at will.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. This season, right now in the beginning stages, but some teams, Chris, already exceeding expectations. How do they keep that momentum? How do they keep things rolling along in that way?
You have to do that in the locker room and in practice. You have to make sure that you stick to the coach's rules and roles. And you have to remember your success was built and predicated upon doing it the right way. And so how do you make sure you keep that focus? You pay attention to details and especially the little things and stick with the basics.
Good stuff.
In the action. Let's look at the numbers for Tristan Thompson. 11th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Count that one.
That's a perfect setup. Charlotte screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Here's Wall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the 3, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And John Wall is such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but that helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
Good on the second free throw. Chris, at times, what Wall gives you is unparalleled production at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and the numbers don't lie. I mean, not too long ago, he was the first player to ever have at least 1,800 points, 800 dimes, 150 steals, and 50 blocks in a season. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Hood kicks to Sexton. Thompson passes to Smith, and the jam by J.R. Smith.
Oh, yeah, you better not forget just how athletic Smith is. He's a skilled dunker if he has the room to take off.
Here's Wall, and the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. So it's the Wizards now. They lead by 7. And it's Wall. That time the assist by Howard. 15 points for John Wall.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
And Nance kicks to Hood. There's the feed to Sexton. Nance trying to break loose. Offensive rebound. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Here's Wall, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
When you're just talking about pure speed, Wall is incredible, an explosive point guard who dominates at both ends.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Cleveland making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And so John Wall nails both of them. Here's Sexton. He has 6. Thompson outside, out left to the wing. Down low. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Look, this is what Thompson wants every time. He wants to get near the rim and try to throw it down.
Wall.
Gotta enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Sexton kicks to Thompson. Beal against Clarkson. Here's Sexton, and he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. Sexton's got 8 points.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
He gets that one. And the Wizards lead by 11.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Puts it up from 12, and again it's Cleveland.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Wall attacking.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They've built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Sexton dishes to Clarkson. Smith outside. To the middle. Here's Sexton. Wall with a block.
Oh, the height Wall possesses, it allows him to get up to these type of blocks. Shooters have to be aware of his reach.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 10. Morris, left side. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Morris has got his first points of the game.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
They wanna have my baby. Nah, fresh like mayonnaise. I'm big time, whoa. I'm big time. Big time.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Ante Zizic is checked in for Thompson. Corver comes in for Larry Nance. David Nwaba is checked in for Smith. And it's Harrison in for Sexton. Here's Harrison. He's guarded by Rivers. They double him with Green. 6 to shoot. Corver, good. Corver's got his first points of the night.
Look at that focus from Corver inside. He has a nice soft touch when he's in close next to the basket.
Green banked in off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 15.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Harrison scanning the floor. Corver, good. Corver's got his second basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Offensive rebound. Mahimi's shot is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Harrison kicks to Zizic. To the middle. Another shot, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Shooting one.
Free throw good, Zizic. NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving, but C-Web, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you call them to play.
I love your honest appraisal. Largely out there for his terrific shooting range, C-Web, is Thomas Satoransky. He's a pretty good playmaker as well.
Team player. I mean, he understands that he needs to get his shot within the floor of the offense. If it's not there, he's quick to move the ball and generally makes good decisions.
And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 13. And it's Corver in the corner. Drills it from outside. Corver's got 7 points in the game.
If you do not respect that Kyle Korver has been making a living as a sniper from deep, then you haven't been doing your study. You don't know the scouting report.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Stolen by Rivers. And here we go. Washington fast break. Rivers has got, look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Clarkson passes to Zizic. Ball's knocked loose. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Nwaba. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Washington leading now by 13. Here's Oubre. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Harrison kicks to Corver. Here's Mwaba. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And Corver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Oubre. The second chance effort, and it's good on the lay-in. He has 6.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Outside Corver. And Nwaba has it in the corner. He kicks it to Clarkson. One-on-one here. Here's Rivers. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Rivers has got his second bucket of the night.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
The finish, the big dunk at the end of the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
John Wall getting it done for the Washington Wizards. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And we'll be back with you shortly. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot. And Wall had his challenges certainly growing up. We all know those stories, losing his father at a young age. But his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
It helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Wizards team out there.
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Well, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. They've got Kyle Korver. Clarkson is out there with Harrison. And it's Zizic in at the center, locking down the middle.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Rivers. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, "Sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality. And as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader." Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Harrison passes to Korver. Takes a 3. Washington with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Clarkson. For Washington, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Poke loose. It's stolen by Korver. Now Cleveland moving it up. Now here's Hood, covered by Oubre. Hood gets the bucket. Wizards leading by 22. The drive by Green, and the shot goes down. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's Korver in the corner. No good on the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Oubre, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the inside. Rebound by Mahimi.
And he's already patted himself on the back and forgot to put the ball there in the basket.
Chris, you've played in so many big moments, pressure-filled moments. When you look around the league, who are the guys, if you were coaching or on their team, who are the guys you'd want to take the last shot? And I'm going to exclude yourself because I know you'd like that last shot. But give me some guys who you could see doing it if you played with.
Let's just go through the history. Let's go to KD and him coming down on that left side in the finals, shooting a three, walk-in dribble, shooting a tough three. And he's done that in 2 big games in the last few seasons. So let's go with KD. How about Steph?
Yes.
Let's go with his teammate Steph Curry from anywhere on the floor, hit you with big threes or layups. Then, okay, let's go to Harden out there in Houston. We know what he can do late in the game. And then if I just like a running one-hander to my left side while looking left and shooting right with the floater off the top of the grass, I'm going to that man, LeBron James, at the last second. We got some great players in this league. It's great to be a fan, Kevin. There's some good basketball going on. Man.
It is. We're lucky, huh?
Yeah.
And a wide open look for Hood. Here's Zizic, and finally they hit one. Zizic has got 5 now.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
Hold them bands down. Hey, hold your bands down. Sauce it down, sauce it up. Do too much, ain't enough, ain't enough. Where you from? Where you from? Going down, going nuts, going down. Sauce it down, sauce it up. Do too much, ain't enough, ain't enough. Hands up my body.
When I touch down, yes. No, I came for the around, yes.
Washington making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Oubre, and Beal subbed in for Rivers. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Zizic. Nance comes in for David Nwaba, and it's Sexton in for Andrew Harrison.
Cavaliers ball.
And why don't we quickly go to the 2K leaderboard and find out which shooting guards have been the hottest at the free throw line this season. 4th, Rodney Hood.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Just look at their percentages. I can't even imagine how much work these players have put in at the gym to be that reliable at the line.
Here's Green. Here's Porter. And good work on the boards. They pick up a second chance points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Sexton. Back to Korver. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Nance. Got that bucket in no time at all. Green's got 10 points.
Well, if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Oh, Nance in position.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
We talk so much about Beal's scoring, Chris, but what about his commitment now to getting others involved?
Oh, yeah, and last year he averaged around 4.5 assists per game. It's gotten to the point where he can slide over to that point guard's role, and the offense doesn't miss a beat.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith has checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
And we've watched Bill take major steps forward in this game. I mean, think about this, especially with creating off the bounce for himself and for others.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Nance finds Hood, and he slams it one-handed.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And you can just see Beal's confidence growing every single season.
He knows he can be the best player on the court on any given night. The coaches trust him, his teammates trust him, the fans trust him. He's a tremendous catalyst for this team.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. That's a 2 from Hood. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Hood's got 6 here in this quarter.
Now look, I like how aware Thompson is. He knows when to pass the ball to a teammate in a good position, coming off that screen and roll.
And Green gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Well, Cleveland shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Pass to Smith. Thompson outside. Sexton kicks to Hood over Porter. And it's Hood again missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The Cavaliers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Smith, rebounded by Howard.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
From the baseline. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And that's now 9 points for Bradley Beal. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. And Smith gets double-teamed, down low. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
What an athlete Beal is, rising up so effortlessly to jam it home.
Beal's gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Hood for 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Oh, Nance in position. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's Washington with it. Tipped away. Smith left side. Hood for 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Hood's got 9 points in the quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Porter. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Oh, I like watching Porter fill it up from the mid-range, demonstrating a nice touch from the in-between area of the floor.
J.R. Smith on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
And that one drops. 14 points for Jeff Green.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead's safe as long as he's on the floor.
Sexton the pass to Nance. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Outside Hood. The 15-footer. That one misses. And Washington the other way now. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Yeah, all about IQ. You're right. They made smart in-game adjustments. I mean, they seemed a step ahead all night.
The Wizards have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Washington making some changes. Markieff Morris comes in for Dwight Howard. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky.
One shot.
And Cleveland with a change here, too. Clarkson, he's checked in for Hood. The free throw drops for Jeff Green.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
For the finish, and Green slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
There's the pass to Sexton. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Wall's shot is off.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Oh, and here comes Wall all alone. And Wall with the slam.
Got to be careful around Wall. He loves hounding it coming up with steals.
Beal on the double team. Passes it to Nance. The tray. The shot by Sexton, no good. It's Wall with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Sexton. Good on the three-point shot. Sexton's got 17.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Way to attack the rim with that ferocity. I love the intensity that Wall plays with. When he's penetrating, he's looking to dunk it every time.
Here's Smith. He had 13 points in the win against Charlotte.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for him.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
Sexton kicks to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. The shot by Clarkson, no good. So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
So for the Wizards, Mahinmi's checked in for Green. Kelly Oubre comes in for Porter. And it's Austin Rivers in for Bradley Beal. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zizic has checked in for Thompson. Korver comes in for Larry Nance. David Nwaba''s checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Harrison in for Sexton. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Cavaliers. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Yep, that one goes in there. Zizic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Wall, no luck. Well, Cleveland shooting 41% from the field in the second quarter up to this point. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And another 3 for Cleveland.
3.
know Clarkson loves to drive, but he's also improving from distance.
Here's Wall, and he banks in the layup. Wall's got 35 in the game.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
Pass to Korver from deep. Another three for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Korver's gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. Here's Wall, and Washington again with the bucket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Clarkson kicks to Zizic. Korver gets a wide-open look, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
Driving, spotting up. Wall can do it all. A fantastic job tonight at the offensive end.
.26 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Clarkson. Here's Zizic, guarded by Mahimi. Clarkson. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Wall, and he uses the glass on the layup. Wall's got 41.
Look at the muscle from Wall, willing to draw some contact.
Here's Clarkson, and the rejection by Mahimi. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Bradley, a great first half for you. What's working out there so far?
Yeah, it's just me having fun. I mean, that's the most important thing. Sometimes I lose sight of that. And once I get back to that and having fun and doing what Coach wants me to do and just playing my game, I think I'll be fine.
Bradley, thanks very much. Congratulations. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 3 steals and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts.
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Man, through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive. Picked up a number of steals.
Oh, well, you take some chances. Sometimes you can get burned, but you hope more often than not that you can be a catalyst for your team.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, Cleveland shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Beal and Porter make up the perimeter. Mahimi is out there with Morris, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's the route for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And Smith gets double-teamed. To the inside. The shot by Sexton, no good. Morris outside. Over Nance. Misses off the right iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Howard's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Now, here's Sexton. Not a lot of room. Pass to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Cleveland.
Not a lot of difference between them. You know, it's about 50-50, but this game isn't 50-50 right now. They need a big run here just to get back into the mix.
And here are the Cavaliers. Sexton the pass to Nance. Smith for three. Washington with the rebound. And Porter, here we go. Over Nance. Morris trying to free himself up. And that one's good by Porter.
Porter is so tough to lock down. When he's driving inside, he's used to scoring despite getting hit.
And it goes down 2 points. And that's now 8 points for Larry Nance.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Sexton kicks to Thompson. Hood on the wing. Got a piece of it. Howard with the steal. Here's Wall. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Shooting one.
And that one falls for Wall. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Now, here's Sexton. Covered by Wall. Cleveland moving it around. Hood for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Hood's got 14 points for the game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the shot goes down. 19 points for Colin Sexton.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Another bucket! Wow!
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Thompson outside. Thompson is double. To the paint. Here's Sexton. Wall with a block. Here's Howard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
First one falls for him. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA has gone switchability crazy. You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Hood against Beal. Hood finds Thompson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Thompson's got 6.
I love how fast Thompson rolls after the screen. He's solid at getting room to shoot in these sets.
Wall. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Nance. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. To the right side. Here's Sexton. No good from outside.
He finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc and still can't cash in on it.
Here's Wall. And another miss by Washington. Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Inside, it's tipped. The shot from the low post is good. Sexton's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there. And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Washington, they were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance. And, of course, the Cavaliers, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Well, it's clear they didn't do enough in the offseason to make any kind of major improvement. They're in for a long year.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Is on Colin Sexton.
It's so tough to slow down Wall. Once he has a head of steam behind him, you got to foul or either hope he misses.
At the line for 2.
And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, and he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
And he makes the first. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Cavaliers shooting well, 50% from the floor. That's a 2 from Hood with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. And that's 10 points for Larry Nance.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
Your Wizards, John Wall. At the line for two.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for John Wall. Wizards making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Zizic has checked in for Nance. Corver comes in for J.R. Smith. And David Nwaba is subbed in for Hood. No good on the second free throw. The pass to Wall. Over Sexton. The Wizards with another miss. Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Zizic. And that one hits back iron. Wizards have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Here's Porter. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Porter's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop perfect from the floor. Sexton kicks to Nwaba. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his last foul. He'll sit the rest of this one out. Saransky's checked in for Washington. And Cleveland also making a change. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. On defense, the Wizards. Cleveland moving it around. And Sexton slams it in.
Oh, the location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
Morris inside. Guarded by Corver.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
And the layup's good off the glass. Corver's got 14.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Depth and cashing in from the inside. Porter knows he has the touch and size to score from there.
Cavaliers shooting at 51%. Really solid. Sexton the pass to Nwaba. The teardrop falls in. Nwaba's got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's Sexton. D right on him. That's tipped. The dish to Corver. To the paint. Here's Zizic. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Rivers. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Zizic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Nwaba, guarded by Porter. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Cavaliers ball.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Sexton.
This is the shot chart of a dominant performance. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots because right now he believes that every shot he does take is going in. And who can blame him with the way he's played? Simply outstanding work coming from him.
Here's Clarkson. Up and in on the layup. He's got 5.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Rivers. It's tipped. Lets it go. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Cleveland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Friday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Sunday, They'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mahinmi's checked in for Howard. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Markieff Morris. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Watching me, democracy, you wanna copy me. Watch, life monopoly, go copy some letters of property. AP, Rose, diamonds, whip up, diamonds up the road. Watching me, like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Whip it in the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry.
Green is checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Here's Clarkson. He has 7. And Nwaba has it in the corner. Oubre pulls it in.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And it's Green missing. Well, Cleveland shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Outside Korver from past the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Korver's got 17.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
And the official signaled a backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
You're so right. Trying to shrink the deficit, sometimes you push too hard to make something happen.
It's Rivers on the wing. 10 points for him. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 12.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Clarkson finds Korver. Here's Harrison, guarded by Green. And that one's good, Harrison. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Goes back up. That one goes in.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's part of what makes him a great player. His effort level always stays high.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Mahinmi's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Clarkson kicks to Zizic. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Excellent setup by Clarkson. I mean, hits his teammate where he can do something with it.
Throughout his career, Jordan Clarkson has always been able to score.
You're right, Kevin. And throughout his career, he's always been a guy that can hurt you from outside, mid-range, and in the paint as well. He's a natural scorer when he has the ball in his hands. I mean, he's very adept at navigating traffic and can twist and turn his body to protect the ball. And he gets a shot up inside anytime he wants.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
11 feet away, and Green with the basket on the assist from Mahinmi. And that's 23 points for Jeff Green.
Well, it's just been one of those nights for him. He got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Back to Korver. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Love watching Korver catch on fire. When he's in the zone, so tough to shake.
Here's Green. Here's Mahimi. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mahimi's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Clarkson passes to Nwaba. Satoransky against Clarkson. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Rivers.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And the first one at the line is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time. 1 second left. Off target with that shot. And so it's the Washington Wizards, able to put on a show for the ages. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Right back after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Harrison. Channing Frye out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Nwaba in at the 2 spot. Preston. And the 3 off target. The Wizards shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Here's Satoransky. Off target from outside. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Compared to when you were playing C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. It's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders, the Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with a mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. They get a hand on it, and now it's Brown running. He can go all the way and finished off by Brown.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
Now back to Nwaba. J.R. Smith's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Into the lineup for the Cavaliers, J.R. Smith.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Here's Harrison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Brown over to help. Lets it fly. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Satoransky gets the bucket. Here's Nwaba. Down low. Here's Harrison. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Nwaba. He's covered by Brown. Nwaba kicks to Fry. Now back to Nwaba. Smith outside. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Brown outside. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Nwaba passes to Harrison. Now back to Nwaba. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Washington's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Smith. Lays it up off the glass.
Anybody see any defensive presence on that play? I mean, he's not going to blow that layup. It was wide open.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Harrison kicks to Fry. Down low, Preston. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They get it back. Mahimi's shot is good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
To the paint. And Fry slams it in.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Well, he will on this dunk. I mean, he's saving them for the big moments.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
Now, here is Smith, covered by Oubre. Nwaba kicks to Fry. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Oh, I like the bounce pass there. He's getting creative.
Passes it to Brown. Fires the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Brown drives in. Buries it down low. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter. For Cleveland, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Nwaba passes to Fry. Now back to Nwaba. Good on the bucket.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Brown outside. The Cavaliers pull it in.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Smith finds Fry. It's stolen by Mahimi. Brown the pass to Satoransky. Here's the 3. And Channing Fry gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change here. Ryan's checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Sexton's checked in. Cavaliers on D. The Wizards working the ball around now. Oubre can't get it to go. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. To the paint. Count that one. And that's now 30 points for Colin Sexton.
And although Sexton is slightly undersized, he plays with great physicality and aggression. Nice finish there off contact.
The switch flipped for him at halftime. Not a single point in the first half. All of a sudden, he's come alive.
Preston lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
Mahimi's shot is good.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Sexton kicks to Fry. Down low, stolen by Saturansky. Bryant has the open look. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Cleveland shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Up top, Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
To the inside. And that one's good, Harrison.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Left side, Brown. They get it again. Mahimi, count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game. Terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Washington shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. That doesn't go either for Brown.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
That one falls.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Mahimi. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. And here's Sexton. Here's Fry, and Fry slams it in.
You know, and he's not a pass-first point guard, but Sexton's putting the work in, trying to raise the bar as a distributor. And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Smith. Lays it up and banks it in. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Mahimi can't connect from short range. There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That's his first foul. Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. C-Webb, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams.
Right.
That's the way that it should be. The bad teams should get the little bit of help that they're needed. And I do think that it promotes better competition. So I'm definitely happy with the way the NBA restructured the lottery odds.
Pass to Harrison. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And so here's Cleveland. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Zizic.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Got that one up quick. 62 points for Wall.
Wall is so smooth off the dribble. I mean, he's showing how effortless his speed and then finishing with the jumper once again.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Is on Colin Sexton.
You know, Kelly Oubre is an X factor for the Wizards. Last season, stepping into the 6-man role. Still very young. He could help take them to the next level.
The first free throw is good. And Kelly Oubre taken after 1 year at Kansas with the 15th pick of the 2015 draft.
You know, he came in as a raw prospect, a five-star recruit in high school, plenty of potential. The Wizards not a lot of salary flexibility, no longer drafting in the lottery. Oubre might be their best shot at improving from within.
See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vladi or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. So many of us speak up on societal issues. Just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we're blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform that can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voices.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Cavaliers, Andrew Harris. At the line for 2.
Two shots.
The first one falls. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love Seattle. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion. And we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, yet another bucket.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. 3rd on the list, well in sight.
And Wilt Chamberlain holds both the 1st and 3rd place scoring marks. First, of course, for 100 points, and 3rd place all-time with 78. Anytime Wilt's name comes up, you are making history.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Harrison passes to Sexton. Here's Nwaba. Cleveland moving the ball around. Knocked away. Wall with the steal. And he banks in the layup.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Harrison kicks to Sexton, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Washington calls timeout.
shooting for Cleveland.
They're leading by 46. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're not going to take any chances. I mean, they're going to play it out until the final whistle, no matter what the score is.
Present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now, Satoransky. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having him with you out there?
Well, we just enjoy playing with each other. He makes things easy for me, pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him and also getting open shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.